This is a demonstration of how you can add a complaint to one of your cases. So in this example, I am currently logged in as a recovery agency, but the same process would apply for both lenders and forwarders as well. You can also add a complaint to any status of a case. So you can see here I'm logged in on an open case, but this would apply for holds, closes, as well as a repossessed status. Once you're logged in, on the far right corner under options, if I click on this, I can go to create complaint. And I will get this pop up. The hierarchy, if there are more than one agency that is applied to the case, I can select which agency this is applicable to, and only the one that I select will be able to see the complaint, as well as the forwarder and lender that are involved in the case as well. The creator is always going to default to the person who is logged in, and that's not something that you can edit. The complainant name is a free text field, so you can enter anything here. The reason for that is we recognize that the person making the complaint could be somebody that's not directly already associated to the complaint. So somebody like a neighbor that's saying that the mailbox was damaged, something like that. So I'll go ahead and enter that name. The source is a drop-down list that you can select where you're hearing this complaint from. So I'm going to go ahead and select neighbor in this case. Incident date refers to the date that this complaint or the incident of the complaint actually occurred. So I will select yesterday. Report date is asking when this is actually being reported. And then the claim start date would be your discretion of when you want to say you're actually starting the investigation for this claim. The offender is always going to list all of the parties on the case. So that's going to include the lender, forwarder, if applicable, the agency, as well as the borrower. So in this particular example, I'll go ahead and select the borrower. And then the priority you can set as either high, medium, or low. And then the category, again, is a drop-down list that you can select what type of complaint this is. So for this example, I'll go ahead and say vehicle damage. In the details section, we recommend listing as much detail as possible regarding the complaint, because anybody reviewing the complaint, this is where they're going to get the bulk of their information. So you can list your details here. You also have the ability to include an attachment, and you can do JPEG, PDF, Word docs, as well as MP3 and MP4 files. I'll go ahead and select this photo, and then I'll save this, this particular complaint. And once I do, I can go to my complaint chevron at the very end of my workflow here. You'll notice that it's in bright red, and that's to indicate that there is an open complaint on this particular case. I see that there is one that's closed. That's obviously not the one that we just submitted. And then I can go here where I can see that it says complaint identified. That would be the open complaint.